Where's the intro then? Done. I hope that was loud enough to show up on mic.
Maybe.
If you listen or watch content online, you've probably noticed that pretty much 3 companies sponsor every single content creator online. Long before all that shit, there was a company called Bulldog who once paid a comedian to shit just all over their company and what it sold.
Right, so who is this comedian?
That comedian is one David Mitchell, like a pretty famous British comedian who's well known for something that other comedians have dubbed angry logic, which is where David Mitchell channels, his inner upper class toff and gets incredibly angry at the most trivial subjects and then weaponizes his own wit to utterly decimate an idea, no matter how petty or trivial.
I've watched him on a lot of panel shows.
Yeah, he is the king of panel shows alongside, his often foil, Lee Mack.
Yeah.
And I contend that those two guys have, probably the best rapport of, any two people on a panel show because, they're so fast. And aren't they friends in real life?
Yeah, I think so. I think with Rob Brydon as well.
Yeah, they hang out at each other's house all the time.
Yeah.
And I think my favourite moment in a panel show, I think, is Would I Lie to You, when all 3 of them are on it. But the lie he has for that episode is, I missed out on the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle because I had to film this show. And you can see both David Mitchell and Rob Brydon get really, really offended as they realise that he had an extra +1 and he wasn't going to invite them.
I appreciate you're angry.
Yeah. Very angry.
I didn't write the invites.
Very angry and very hurt and very bruised, whether this is true or not.
And it ends up being a lie, and you can just see the utter sense of relief on their face as they realise, this is it, our friendship's over if this is true, because fuck this guy.
It's like waiting with a specialist for a result.
Yeah. Ironically, if this is true, when that moment comes for both of us, it'll just be a mercy.
Yeah, because I know David gets angry about, like you said, everything.
Yeah.
And then Lee Mack's just got these witty comebacks to everything he says.
Arguably, probably the fastest wit on television today, and you can tell that from just, that show.
Yes.
Because I think there's one way he's talking is that a Lionel Richie song you're quoting there? And the guy laughs and he goes, hello? And it's just that. It's so fucking fast. It's how does one man quote that? And obviously that's why he's such a good comedian. And David Mitchell, in the same vein, is able to come with these hilarious, often several minute long rants, just inspired by an innocuous statement by another person. And that's the subject of today's conversation because a company decided that they wanted to take advantage of that and use David Mitchell's angry logic to advertise their product.
So, what was this company that we're talking about today?
Well, it's a company called Bulldog, who's quite popular today, but in 2009, when they initially reached out to Mitchell, weren't all that well known. Actually, a fledgling company, just getting their start in the market, and they sell men's products, which, lotions and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The same thing you can buy in a shop, but it's called Bulldog, so it's manly, and that's something we'll address in a moment. And the way they approached David Mitchell was oh God, that sounds so... I don't even hurt. It's just it's a bit phlegmy. Sorry, man. This is the exact opposite of ASMR, isn't it? This is the stuff you listen to if you don't want to go to sleep. This is the stuff in it. This is instead of tapping lightly on a light bulb with long fingernails, it's the person crunching it in their teeth.
Just imagine them lying in bed and just hear...
It'll wake anyone up. Anyway, and in 2009, this company, they approached David Mitchell with a fairly novel idea for the time, and that is, we will pay you, David Mitchell, well-known angry comedian, to rant about anything you damn well please for 3 minutes straight, and then we will sponsor that with ad placement at the beginning, and that will be our ads, and we'll release them as short podcasts online.
I think it's a bit of a weird way to advertise a new product because...
Get a comedian into advertising. Plus as well, the comedian David Mitchell, who for people who don't know is not exactly a man who exudes masculinity or is a person who gives all that much of a shit about taking care of his appearance. I think it was an episode of Would I Lie to You where he admits I didn't have a doorknob on my bedroom for 3 years and I just clawed my way out. So he's clearly not a guy who gives all that much of a shit about the product Bulldog was selling. And that's exactly why Bulldog admitted that they did it, because it's such a weird idea, people will be inclined to check it out. Whereas if they went down the traditional route of advertising and print media and all that sort of shit, they'd be just decimated by the bigger companies. This allowed them to get some advertising traction they would have not otherwise got going down the traditional route.
Okay, so it does seem like a pretty cool idea. So What went wrong?
Well, the problem was that David Mitchell, as you may have surmised by now, folks at home and you, Nisha, is that he didn't think that the product Bulldog was selling was all that useful and or necessary, and he made a 3-minute video explaining that fact using their money.
However much you market these things as if they were spaceships or warp drives, they're actually pampering products that you'd chosen to smell pretty like a girl.
And in that vein, let's now discuss our favourite needlessly gendered products. Because this is something that is deeply, deeply hilarious to me. Because there's just nothing funnier it's in regards to advertising than products that are aimed at insecure men.
Yeah.
And the best example of that has to be, have you seen tactical diaper bags?
No.
So
What is
diaper bags or nappy bags, if you're over in the UK, they're a thing. It's like, babies shit all the time, and you don't really want to carry around a nappy in your purse. And for men especially, they don't often carry around a bag. Right? Most men just carry stuff in a wallet or their pocket. So they have these things called diaper bags, which just carry diapers. But some men don't like carrying that around because they're usually pastel colours or for babies. So what they do is they sell, and I'm not making this up, tactical diaper bags that look like military ammo pouches. But do you know what makes it funny? Because this is the best bit about all these products, is that they always come across as looking just a little bit gay. And do you want to hazard a guess at what makes the tactical diaper bag look just a little bit gay? It has a stick-on patch that you attach to the bag that just says daddy on it.
Oh.
Because nothing says I'm a big, strong man like a little thing you can stick on yourself that just says daddy. And this is so fucking hilarious to me because you know that the only reason any man would buy this product is to assure people that he is 100% straight, and he comes across looking just really gay.
Yeah. It's like there's nothing wrong with holding a bag that is lightly coloured. I mean, most people probably assume it's not theirs. It's like
especially when you've also probably got a baby in your hand.
Yeah. It's like when, girlfriends need their boyfriends to hold their handbags and they're like, oh no, I'm
there's
not
no
holding
better
that.
than when you see the boyfriend holding a girl's purse and you know he don't like it and he's like, he holds it at arm's length like it's a bomb. Come on, just hold it by your side. No one gives a shit, and if they do, it says more about them than it does about you.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's like we've talked before, haven't we, about man yogurt?
Oh,
the greatest products ever. It's a yogurt for men. Because it comes in you want to guess the colour of the packaging, Nisha?
Black.
Yeah, of course it is. It's tactical matte black
Everything
yogurt.
packaged for men is usually black or blue.
Do you want to guess what it contains? To make sure people know it's for men?
Protein?
Of course it does, yeah. So far we have a product called Man Yogurt that advertises itself as being full of protein. And in all the ads, they have just spoonfuls of this gloopy white liquid next to huge buff men's abs. Because nothing says super straight hetero male like guzzling down protein-filled man yogurt. Well done, advertisers. It's just really funny to me. And we would be remiss, though, if we didn't talk about razors. And Nisha, I presume you have a razor at home?
Yep.
So I've got a razor at home. What is the name of your razor?
Venus.
Venus. Oh, the goddess of love. That sounds so good. Well, my razor is called the Gillette 3 Mac Turbo.
It sounds like a car.
It sounds like a fucking aircraft carrier. The best bit is, both of those things are made by the same fucking company. Yeah. And they have, and this is true, the same fucking blades. Fun fact for anyone at home, there is literally only one difference between those razors, save for, the handle. And that is that the blades on a man's razor are, more angled. And that is to cut closer to the skin because you are shaving a smaller surface area. Whereas the ones on women's razors are, slightly less angled, so they don't, go as close to the skin because you have a larger surface area.
Yep.
That's the only difference. But can you imagine, though, Nisha, the guy who's out there with his tactical diaper bag with daddy writ on his chest, spooning gloopy man yogurt into his mouth, would he use his wife's razor when he got home if he was, struggling?
Definitely not.
Of course he won't. And that's what makes it so funny.
He wants the Gillette Mac Turbo 3. So I am assuming that Bulldog was really pissed when
They
this
were,
happened.
but the deal they made with Mitchell said that he can talk about anything he wants. And he wanted at that time to talk about how pointless it is and how stupid it is to, to trick men into buying women's lotion by giving it a masculine sounding name, like Bulldog.
And of course, the more feminine a product is, the more masculine and butch the companies have to make it seem. Bullet, Mach 3, Bulldog.
This didn't stop the company being just a little bit petty, though, when David Mitchell tried to do another video, because in that video they credited him as Donnie Michaels.
Brought to you in 3D by Bulldog, proud sponsors of Doogie Michaels' SoapBox.
which I guess is like, a great comeback for a guy using your money to talk about how pointless your product is, and then using that money to presumably go buy your competitor's product. But anyway,
So he did it again.
Yeah.
Did he? I'm assuming he didn't get paid.
No, he got paid. Of course he got paid.
So they paid him again to do another one, and then he still did the same
And then they
thing.
credit him as Donny Michaels as like, a jab at him for doing that.
Why would you go back? Why would you pay him again?
Because
If he's got shit on your product.
Because any publicity is good publicity, especially in the world of advertising. So in the vein of telling companies to go fuck themselves, saying this is the product for men and this is the product for women, is there any product like you use that is like, ostensibly for men that you find better?
A lot of the time I'd buy men's hoodies or jeans.
Are
Because,
you sure you just don't steal them? Isn't that all, don't all women just steal hoodies? That's why I'm wearing mine right now. I can't risk it.
Occasionally, but I have gone out of my way to buy men's hoodies because they fit so much better and they're a lot bigger and comfier.
Yeah.
And same with like jeans as well. Like
Because they have pockets.
Look, these jeans I'm wearing, look, there's like a fake pocket.
Fake pocket.
There's a fake pocket.
There's nothing more or less the idea of a fake pocket because it exists to piss people off. So if it wasn't there, it would be less annoying, but it's got to be there because obviously the design of jeans has a pocket.
And also, don't they do it so women like buy handbags
Yes.
as well? So,
That's the
I have no
rumour, but
pocket.
no one's ever admitted. But like, it's so obvious that that's the reason for the case. Well, I always use there's a lot of like self-care products that I use that are ostensibly for women, but I use them because usually they smell nicer. Yes. So I use a lot of like women's shampoo and shower gel because I want to smell like strawberries or a meadow and not whatever the fuck Link's supposed to smell like chemicals, I guess.
You get like Lynx Black and Lynx Gold. It's like, what sort of scents are those?
I mean,
What
you
does
pour it
black
onto
smell
yourself
like?
and it comes out looking like the kind of shit you pour into a car engine block. So what is this? And it's the thing about Lynx as well is that it comes in a pure black packaging. It's all like angular on top.
Yeah.
So it looks like, the front of a Formula One car. So I don't give a fuck. I just want to smell nice. That's why I'm showering. I don't want to come out and smell like a 15-year-old teenager.
It's like they all smell the same as well, because I've used, like, when I've run out of shower gel, I've had to use Adam's.
I'm so sorry.
Occasionally, I'm just like, they all smell the same.
Yeah. And the lather isn't great either. And the best thing about using like women's shower gel is when you lather it all up. It's like, and you get like the sponge and you squeeze it. It's like, ah! And you can make yourself like a big, huge bouffant when you're doing your hair.
Like Herbal Essences is good for that.
Man, I will never, ever go back. Like, was it like Head and Shoulders for men? I will never wash my hair with that shit again. It's fucking awful. Fucking around my hair. It felt like a Brillo pad. It felt like the arse end of a dog. Do you know when a dog's really old?
Yeah.
And it doesn't get a shower as much anymore. And you're
It's
you
like
pet
really
it.
rough.
It's really. That's what my hair felt like. Why the fuck would anyone use this? Just adamant call, looking all sheepish, man. Just buy some women's stuff, man. It's well good.
He uses mine sometimes.
It's so good. It smells so nice.